First of all, I gotta say, Miss Piggy, I've been a fan of yours as long as I can remember, and you look ravishing. You're absolutely beautiful.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
You know how to start an interview.
I do.
Yes, you do.
I do.
You that. He knows how to pay a compliment.
True.
Yeah, I was.
Unlike some people I know sitting next to me.
Is there somebody
All
sitting over there?
day long, he hasn't commented on my hair or my dress or any of the things that I've done to make myself pretty for him.
Kermit, come on.
I mean, it's been a busy day.
But look at her. Look at she looks beautiful.
Well, I just
How
don't want
about
to take
now?
the time in your interview to
Take
look.
the time now.
Yes.
Take it.
Okay, done.
But you said nothing.
Yeah,
you didn't
you
say
gotta
anything.
say something.
I was speechless. I was speechless. I was looking at Piggy. I was totally speechless.
Wow.
What could I say?
Just do the interview.
Yeah.
Something could happen.
Now, was there problems with you and him with Tina Fey because he seemed fine with her?
No, there really weren't any problems because.
She has great hair, Tina.
Oh, so you're gonna pay her a compliment?
Well, I'm just saying.
And
she
not
has beautiful
me.
hair.
And I'm here sitting in front of you.
Well, I'm reflecting back during the film. She had great hair.
But Kermit, she has great hair too. She looks beautiful.
Yes, I'm not saying that you don't have great hair.
Yeah.
No, she
You're
has
not saying that I
wonderful
do
hair.
have good hair.
You know what? You do have good hair.
Good hair. Well,
Great hair.
Tina has great hair.
Say it, great.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay.
Are there problems with you two? I mean, you guys have been
There are
together a
not
long
any
time.
problems. We have no problems.
Well,
with each other? No, of course
because you
not.
deserve somebody who's going to be there for you. I mean, I love you, Kermit. You're a great guy, but
Thank you.
She's a great lady.
No,
You-
I
Yeah,
know
a great
you
lady.
are. You are. Yeah, it's just promoting a movie, traveling all over the world.
yeah. Well, let's talk about the movie. Let's talk about the movie. I
Yes,
mean,
please.
yeah, because this is obviously an issue. So let's move on. You guys have worked together so long. What was it exciting
issue.
to? Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Let the man speak.
He was going to change the subject. I just wanted to point that out.
Well, you guys traveled all around the world for this. Was it exciting to visit these places? You've been there before, some of these places. Was it exciting to visit these places and kind of expand your horizons?
Exciting to hope we could visit those places.
I mean, they promised all sorts of things,
Yeah.
and then just like a certain frog
Yeah.
I know, and it was a big letdown. Actually, I love England, but that's where we spent all of our time. I thought we were going to go to places like Madrid and
Backlot.
Berlin and
Backlot.
Backlot.
yeah,
Backlot.
Backlot.
whole
Backlot.
thing.
That's not bad.
Sorry.
A lot of backlot.
It looked great, though. It looked great.
Well, yes.
Not as
very,
great. I
very
will.
talented set people.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
it didn't look
All
as good
of
as
them
you,
had
though.
great hair.
By the way.
Those people. All the people who worked on the
Wow.
film. They had
You're
beautiful
doing
hair.
that just to spite me, aren't you?
I am so impressed with the British hair. They all have wonderful hair. They do. They have beautiful hair. The British.
Why are you doing this?
British have
Why are you
wonderful.
doing this?
There's a guy over. Excuse me.
You are-
Hey, do you know
have
the British?
Death Wish or something?
They have wonderful hair. The British do. Yes. Call the Queen. The Queen has wonderful hair.
So, Miss Piggy, if you want to meet after, we could have go out for coffee. I'd love to.
You know what? I think we should do that.
Okay,
I think
let's
we should
do.
do that. We can have like just a one-on-one kind of interview.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah.
But you
yeah.
might want to get your hair done
Without any.
before the coffee, because it's pretty. Coffee shops. You need to have good hair.
Okay, what is your first Muppet memory?
Oh, that's a good one. I think my first Muppet memory must be Kermit in kind of a reporter outfit on Sesame Street.
Yes, yes. I think they show that in this film for a brief second when he's studying the
tapes. Yeah, I think you're right.
I can't even imagine how you sit and do a serious scene, comedic scene with a guy with a.
I'll tell you, he's so real, Kermit, that it's no weirder than making any movie. Because when you make a movie, you're supposed to be like, oh, I'm talking to this person and we're in love, but there's like 4 other dudes over here holding cameras and there's a guy with a boom mic, and it's inherently a weird process anyway. So the fact that Kermit is a talking frog is not any weirder than anything else. It's not any weirder than like your co-star not wearing like track pants on the bottom of their suit.
Yes, yeah, I can see that.
Tuxedo, track pants.
Now, see, now I can go to picture every time I see someone in a tuxedo in a film wearing
Track pants.
I was going to wear it for the interview. But
You could have. You could have. That's the magic of film.
Although these pants are pretty obnoxious.
They're good.
You like them?
They're gonna pop on camera.
Well, I gotta say, it was also fun seeing you kind of in these big musical numbers. I mean, how much time did you get to prepare and kind of rehearse?
We recorded for over a couple times. Other people probably didn't have to record as long as I did. It took me a lot of tries to get it right. But and then we rehearsed. We had like proper, choreography rehearsals and stuff for a couple days. And then we shot, I think, the song "The Big House." We shot that for at least 3 days, I think.
Well, that's insane. You have Ray Liotta
Yeah.
and Danny Trejo in a musical number.
Yeah.
Which, when did you ever see that?
No, where else can you see that?
In a Muppet movie.
Yeah, and happy to be there. Happy to be doing it. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about this accent.
Okay.
It was pretty awesome.
Thank you.
How long did it take you to work on that accent and find it?
I started working with Jill McCullough, who's our dialect coach, a few weeks before I went to London, and I would have these, and I didn't even know her yet, and she's really nice, but like this, so I would get on the Skype with this woman, and she was like, "Hello, we work on accent," and then like after a few minutes, she'd be like, "Right, good, so go to page 13." I was like, "Oh, you're British, okay." This is hurting my brain. So she'd be like, right, so on page 21, you'll talk like this. Like, I'm amazed by her. I wish I could be a dialect coach. I think it's the coolest thing. And then she taught Ty the French accent also.
What was your favorite moment? I mean, it just seems, were you a fan of this as a child?
Oh, for sure,
Had
yeah.
to have been.
Yeah, so let me fix my wig.
Okay, yes, I'll do this.
Yes, I was a huge Muppet fan as a kid, for sure, and the Muppet Show and all the movies. So this is like a dream come true.
It is, and it's
Yeah.
what I like about it. It feels so true to the Muppets. What they, having the guest stars like you come in.
Yeah, I think on Muppet Show they always had, contemporary kind of comedians and stuff come in, and people like kind of knew the Muppets were cool, so it was cool for them to do it, and that spirit continues.
Did you have any problems though with Miss Piggy being jealous? Because there's some issues there.
I know, everyone warned me that if she, that she would maybe like throw a phone at me. And she never did. She was very generous in that she never ever looked at me or spoke to me.
I loved you in this movie.
Oh, thanks.
I asked Tina this, and it's just an interesting idea of you're acting alongside a puppet, and you and that guy share a lot of screen time.
Yeah.
What was that like? Did you have a great time with it, or was it kind of awkward?
Well, the first hour or so is a little bit jarring because you're used to seeing Muppets on, I've never been in that situation before. Although I did do an episode of Sesame Street, which is very similar, and it's a similar sort of jarring thing at first, but you become scene partners with them so quickly. The puppeteers are so good at what they do. There's just no kind of like, for them, there's nothing weird about it. So you quickly segue into just working through the scene. I mean, it's like that,
Wow.
There's no adjustment on their end. The better question is probably for them, like how weird is it for you to work with humans?
Good point, right?
Because I'm sure it's a much more of an adjustment for them.
I like the fact that you guys have these really fun characters. And where did this guy come from? Was it all in script, or did you?
Absolutely, the script is the driving force behind it. James Bobin and Nicholas Stoller, who wrote it, they had a very specific and I think really funny idea just about that there's a character that represents all of Europe and a character that represents all of America, which is Sam. And I mean, I'm not playing it on Modern Family, but for a long time I was playing guys that were very self-satisfied. So for me, it was a little bit of a reunion with characters I've played in the past. But I love playing Jean-Pierre Napoleon.
I want to hear that accent again. That's
There it was.
It was brilliant. Talk about the accent. How long did it take you to find that accent?
Well, I'm not entirely sure I did find it ultimately, but I had a great dialect coach named Jill McCullough, and she has a perfect ear. I mean, it was just insane. You just go through. You could pick any country essentially in the world, and she would do it perfectly. so she would be off screen basically, and in between takes, if I was butchering the dialect, she would help me out and kind of get me back on course. So that helped a lot.
Yeah, you've been on Modern Family for a long time. It's a huge show, and you do wonderful work there.
Thank you.
How does it afford you time to step in and do this, or Mr. Peabody?
Well,
Sherman?
I would not be doing this movie if it weren't, if not for Modern Family. I owe that show a huge debt, as do all of us on it.
Yeah.
The opportunities, I tried for a long time to get into movies like this and had no luck. So I think we know why I'm now in one. It's because of that show. I hope that the show runs for a long time, and I think everybody who's on it feels like that's where our allegiance is first, because it's why we're all here.
Yeah, and it's still, even though after all these years, that there's still that really strong bond and that chemistry, which I think shows on screen.
Yeah, we've been incredibly lucky. That's something you just can't plan. You can't plan on people liking to work together for this long, for getting along, and for also being so different. Where it's a very different group of people. Everybody's different from one another. Which is in part maybe why it's been good for all of us to go to work together, because there's always something sort of new.
Yeah. So I'm talking to you, Ricky. You're dealing with this devious. You're a bad guy, right?
Me, I am the world's most dangerous frog.
Evil Russian frog called Constantine.
Watch your step.
Playing an evil Russian frog called Constantine.
That is right.
Which is lucky, isn't it?
It is very fortunate.
Yeah.
For me.
Did you feel a little bit of pressure because he is number one and you're
In
playing
the
number
movie,
two?
in the movie he's number one, but in real life,
I am number one.
I am number one in real life.
No, I
I'm number one in real life.
one.
I'm just stupid. Of course,
I
I'm
still
number one.
believe that I am
well, no,
number
you're
one.
a frog. Let's be honest about this. If we're laying it down,
Yes.
I'm a human being, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Number two.
Yeah. You're a frog. You're an amphibian.
Number one.
I'm a great ape. You do the math. Next question.
Did you, Constantine, learn a lot from Ricky about
Yes.
acting?
Not much.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
No.
He learned a lot. He learned an awful lot.
I did not learn dancing. For sure. I did all my own dancing, Jimmy.
It was
Ask Ricky who did his dancing.
who did your dancing, Ricky?
Above
did his
the
dancing for
waist
him.
or below the waist?
Well, below the waist, of course, the important part where you see the foot is moving.
No, it's not always the important part, is
But it is the important part in the song.
sometimes
In our song, when you're dancing and you see down your feet.
Yeah, but
shuffle, shuffle, moving, tapping.
Yeah! Wow!
Who did this?
Who does your legs?
I did my legs.
Well, it's true. You do see his legs when he's on your head. So
was
he
me,
does have a
Ricky.
point.
It was me. I did his dancing for him as well.
You did brilliant dance.
What?
Yes, it was
I
brilliant.
did his dancing for him. Someone has to do it.
Yeah, because I'm a big star. And I don't use my own legs anymore.
That is
Live with it.
That is just the way that we'll have to.
Wipers!
They're picking stuff up. They're coming over. What are they going to do? Get the camera on this because I want to see what they're going to do. All right, rein control over this thing, Jimmy. Come on.
Okay.
Go on, Jimmy.
Sadly,
You're in
we're
charge.
done.
You're number one.
We're done. I'm number one now,
Thank
and
you.
I'm going to leave you in charge right
Cheers.
now, okay?
Okay.
Who's in charge?
Constantine,
You
you're
are.
in charge.
Right.
Well, then I say we're done.
Hey,